No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. I wanna play tough. I wanna hate this. I'm gonna show up. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do, so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move, so it's speaking like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patent it. Being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, and baskets. Folks getting fast out the ropes, I can gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know what that can erase all the past and the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior, inferior. You know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I'm to life, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it on myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Something not illogical, something that is technical. But it ain't what you got. Something's unstoppable. You're irresponsible. But they're always possible. Believe you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage in this spread. I'll be great one day, going off on my man. So I'm not giving up, no I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off and knowing I gotta make it. I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind it cannot be taken. I'm chasing a dream that I never separate. Just a vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I'm a big to life, I never got anyone's help. I do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Okay, so we're going to do a sound check right off the bat. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. I apologize for the late stream, but my phone is not really taking charges very well, so it was at 77, and I'm already down to 74, so we'll see how this holds out. I had it down to nothing a few hours ago, and it's just really been slow, so I think I need just a new charger, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what it is, really, but we'll just go with the new charger, hopefully. So anyway, welcome everybody. And yeah, it is kind of late. What time is it? Almost 10:30 here in Minnesota. Don't you know? So I'm going to pull up the chat because my phone is also charging, my regular phone. And so I don't have that up right now. So hold on a second. All right, so hope everybody's doing well. Let me figure out how to get the chat back up here. All right. Is this a second? Well, thank you for the jewels there. 440 Jules, thank you very much. Appreciate that. So welcome everybody. Yeah, I'm going to so let's first of all, how is the sound, you guys? Is there static or anything like that coming out? I don't know. We'll probably get maybe hopefully an hour or two out of my battery here tonight. And so we're gonna try to go over some more of Eric's breakdown. It's very interesting. It's like studying the zoos at the monkey house, or studying the monkeys at the zoo. It's static some, but not bad. Really static. I just don't know where the static's coming from. Maybe from my soul. Let's see here. I just have nothing plugged in. Can't even imagine what it is. And I think it does it with or without the microphone. So anyway, so yeah, earlier I was at Toddy's, still getting a little static every time you speak. Here, let's try something, okay? Hold on. Now I don't know if it's a microphone or not. Give me a second. Let me try to see what the button says here. So, all right, let's try to do that. Is this better? Any better? Testing. Any better there? What else do we got here? Mic, mute, what does this mean? Okay. Volume is okay? Maybe it's the cord. No, I actually don't have anything plugged in here. My phone is plugged over in the kitchen, so it doesn't interfere. Let me see what these buttons are. Oh, hold on. There is another button I forgot about. Okay, is this any better? Test. Is that any better? Sound is good. No, it's not better. It's worse? Alright. It's that. Well, hey, dear Jane. Alright. Sound is not really. Okay. Alright. Now, if my other phone was charged up, I would try that one, but that's at 10% right now. My charger is just not charging my phones up, so let's see. All right, let's see. Let's try the echo thing. I don't know why you would have more echo. Why would somebody turn the echo up? All right, echo up. Probably not good. Baby in the well. Anyway, better. Betty says yes. What is yes? I probably already passed that spot. Is it better? What is Betty, what do you mean by yes? Please clarify. Better for me? Okay. All right. I think I just had to fiddle with the microphone. I don't know. So, yeah, so and by the way, it sounds okay? All right, thank you. Thank you, Ivy Fine. So, by the way, I've turned the commercials down all the way to the bottom level. There's the bottom level, medium level, and a high level. I had it on the medium level, and I've turned the commercials down to low level, so you shouldn't be getting any what? Okay, some are saying it's fine, and some saying it's crackling. That's weird. All right. I think my dog has to go. What is that? What you're trying to tell me? Thank you for turning. Well, thank you, Italian girl. Yeah, I just turned her down. It was on medium. Now I got it on the low. So, because I don't like that either. You just had a commercial, all right? Because I don't like watching live streams and having commercials constantly. I personally don't like it myself, so I'm assuming that nobody else likes it either. Anyway, so I cranked that down, kicked it down a notch. Betty don't get commercials. Do you have the premium thing? I really never really wanted to pay for that, but I should have when I was recording all the Whitaker stuff. It probably would have been worth it. Anyway, it's a little annoying. Okay, so I want to say hi to everybody, and hopefully it's just the sound isn't unbearable. Is it this phone? I don't know. Let me see. Oh man, hold on a second. I'm already at 71%. All right. Yeah, so my phone is kind of. Now, if the microphone isn't working, then I'll just unplug it and save on my battery. So good evening to Mary, Alicia, Tie-Dye Gammy, Betty, Joyce, Ivy Fine, Florida Life in the Sun. Let's see, Alicia, Dawn, D, Kiwi. Well, hello, Australia. Hello, Kiwi, and hello to Australia. Thank you, Kiwi, for the 440 jewels. I appreciate that very much. Very kind. Thank you. Dear Jane. Hello to dear Jane. We're hoping her some well wishes and hopefully prayers for healing. Tie-Dye Gammy. Let me see who else we got. Hello, sweetheart. Ivy Fine. Thank you, Ivy. Thank you, Kiwi, for the 200 jewels. Let me see what else. Let's see. Cute Italian girl. I kind of lost my spot. Italian girl, Kiwi, Dawn, Grace, Betty. Hello, sweetheart. Betty. Let's see. I don't know who am I missing? Italian girl, and anybody else that comes in. Thanks for being here. So yeah, we're gonna get down to business because my battery is burning up here. I don't know what's sucking the battery dry. What's going on with that? But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna get back over into Eric's live stream that he did on his way out. He checked out of Dad Talk today. And you know what I noticed? I didn't never notice before. I didn't notice this Patreon button here. Now I imagine it's been there the whole time because I did click on it. And when you click on it, remember he started in 2019, 2020-ish, around that time. Right when he got married. But here's his Dad Talk Today Patreon. So for $27.02 a month, you can become a member. There's 4 posts, and it looks kind of abandoned, like one of those old abandoned warehouses. You can tell nobody's been here in a long time. Anyway, T-shirt sizes. He came out with the T-shirts March 26, 2020. It's all blurred out. And the only way to unlock it, I guess, or even look at the messages is to pay. And so that was March 26, 2020, January 9, 2020, January 6, 2020. So obviously this is when it first came out. Thank you. Thank you for everybody. If I would say thank you, everybody, but thank you for everybody. This was, I think, when this thing came out. So he hasn't posted in 6 years. But anyway, you can still hurry up and become a member, I think. And I think the funniest thing is the merchandise he showed last night. In this merchandise, the mugs and the T-shirts have his name spelled wrong. And they spelled it Eric Carroll with one L at the end of Carroll. I thought that was hilarious. He showed the mugs and the T-shirts. I think he even said the banner. I can't remember. But yeah, for sure, that was funny. That was hilarious. Like once he pointed out, you can't unsee it. So anyway, Yeah, right when he got married, of course, because he finally met the right woman, the one that said you don't have to work. Rachel, good to see you tonight. Welcome. Yeah, so that was funny. Yeah, she said you can just do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. Okay, so anyway, so we're gonna get into Eric's. Where is it? Dad talk today. I gotta freeze this up. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. So here we are at the DTs, DTT, which I think means the DTs. So we're at his channel now called the DTs. Oh, look at the top of the. I don't know if you can see it. It says, "I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm DTT." Anyway, so I thought that was funny. So anyway, we kind of we went over this first one. This one, the first one that evening on Sunday evening, there was a storm, so there was really nothing on the first one. It was very short, 7 minutes. He had to restart. So this is really where it went. I think it's so funny. He's doing the cheers with the coffee cup that his wife hooked up from. But anyway, so last night we went over this one up to an hour. I think we're at an hour, maybe an hour and 2 minutes, something like that. So we went over most of this one. He was just about to get into the meltdown. And then, of course, we have this one over here, the part two, which he kind of regrouped and pulled himself together and did another part two. But I didn't even see that. I saw part towards the end. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's getting any merch. It was supposed to be a final or ultimate merch drop. But yeah, it was so funny because they spelled his name wrong on the t-shirts. Yeah, is he holding one up? Let me see. Not really, but yeah, I think that's funny. And I just noticed like how crazy he looked in this one here. And you know what I also noticed? There's like a timeline, right? And so I like timelines. I like calendars. I like to look because you can, if you put things on a timeline, it kind of it tells a story. And so so remember he had this big mini series here of how unfair everything was for him with the Whitakers and stuff, and that was 2 months ago, whatever. And then he kind of had his say, and then he went and he got to go to Las Vegas for 2 trips and meet the wrestlers and all that kind of stuff. And he was out in Gallivanting and having fun, spending his, I'm sure his YouTube money or whatever. That's his business. But he's on trips again with his friends and kind of having a good time. He got to say his say. He had his friends come up and all try to vouch for him, and a little bit of therapy going on here with Dr. Morgan. And anyway, but he kind of got it all out. And then he went on a trip and it seemed like things were going good, right? And maybe the trip was, I'd have to look at this video because, I don't know. But anyway, if you look at the timeline though, now a month ago, what happened? What happened a month ago that changed everything? Well, yeah, so a month ago, Sarah came out and she came on Patrick's channel and she told her part of the story. Okay, because nobody heard her side. For 7 years, you've kind of heard Eric's side, how he just always alluded to just being with a horrible person or whatever, but he just never heard her side. So once she comes out and she goes on Patrick's live stream, who at this point is probably the last person that Eric wants to see have his ex on, right? Patrick, who is, I suppose they're enemies at this point. I don't know. I maybe co-defendants at some point. I don't even know. I'm just saying. It's my opinion. It could be, but at this point, it's the last person he wants to see his ex on is that Patrick's. And so she goes on there and has a live stream and tells her side of the story finally. And it didn't look good for Eric because it seems like there's been like a facade that he's this dad fighting for not only his rights, but the rights of all fathers across America or the whole world. Why not? And and then the truth comes to light that wait a minute, he didn't even fight for his own kid. This don't look good. And that is when this happened. And this is a response I never wanted to make. This is when Jeff, like, he's already kind of fallen apart here, and Jeff has to like pull him together. And Jeff is like a psychiatrist or maybe like a chaplain or something. I don't know. He's somehow trying to comfort him. And then came this, and this was definitely after Sarah's little visit at Patrick's, right? And so he's not looking real good. And this at this point, he's got to. This isn't going to work. Being the dad talk is not going to work. So as you can see, he looked like excited, not in a good way. But anyway, he looked a little, maybe in my opinion, maybe dysfunctional. And then he tells everybody that he's leaving two things behind, but it was really three. The one thing he left behind, as you can see, is his daughter, the little girl, Sarah's little girl, and that's down on the right. So he left her behind, and he's leaving this behind for you, as you can see, for you. That this is supposed to be for the daughter, but instead of making, I don't know, something, instead of being dad, or I don't know, maybe leaving a little letter behind or something, he puts out this video, which is actually just 2 hours and 19 minutes of just rambling and all over the place. And like I said, like crazy eyes, you know what I mean? And kind of manicky, you know what I mean? In my opinion. And so he's leaving the daughter behind, although she's only just a small portion of this. He's also leaving behind the Whitakers. And then, of course, because he can't really. Anyways, closing the chapter on the daughter, he said he'll meet her down the road. And then, of course, just a week ago, he announces he's ending the dad talk. All right, 7 years, it's time, it's ending. Why? Because look at the timeline. He just got outed at somebody that doesn't even allegedly appears not to even be fighting. So it's hard for him to carry on this dad talk thing again anymore. Plus, with the Whitakers and then I think it was around this time that he went on the trip or something. I don't know. The trip was just a few weeks ago, but he goes on that trip, and I'm thinking, this is interesting. So he thinks he's gonna like turn it over to a wrestling, rock and roll, motorcycle riding, whatever, Hulk Hogan stuff. And but when he went to Las Vegas and he got to take pictures with Kelsey Grammer, Frazier, and some wrestler guys that were old wrestlers that are retired or whatever. I don't know if Eric thought like it was gonna boost a new career, but my opinion, I'm just guessing. But my opinion is he got home from that trip and the phone hasn't rang. I don't think anybody's gonna get a hold of him. I don't think So I don't. Maybe it's hitting him. I don't even know why he's acting like this. But anyway, so here he is. He's not only quitting, but he tore the sign down. He's he's giving everything away allegedly. He says he is, but I don't know. Anyway, so here we are, and it seems to be. So I don't really know if this accumulation of this something is making him quit, and I mean I think it's obvious. His credibility as fighting for dad's rights, in my opinion, is gone. Fundraising gone, and then there's always, no matter what channel he does, no matter what he does with his channel, there's always going to be people who said, "Where's the Whitaker's money? And why don't you fight for your own daughter?" And how is that going to work out? I mean, so I don't know. Might be at kind of like wit's end right now. Or maybe he got some bad news about his legal problems. I'm just going to check into the chat and make sure. Oops. I'm just going to check into the chat and make sure. Is the sound okay? Is it tolerable? Well, hey, Nan, how you doing tonight? Welcome. Tragic TV, good to see you tonight. Is the sound okay? Is it bearable? Yeah, because Patrick knows half the truth of what Eric is doing. Yeah. The night the lights went out in Georgia. Well, we know the devil did go down to Georgia. That's a fact. You know what I mean? Can't even dispute it. Yes, and then the lights went out in Georgia. Remember when that song was popular? I forgot who sang it, but it was sounds good. Okay, good. So far, so good. Okay, so we're going to all right, so we're going to go back over here. We're going to start where we left off yesterday. I think we left off right before the meltdown. Now he just, I think he's had a couple drinky poops, and let me make sure I got that right. Yeah, this is yesterday. Yeah, and this is about where we left off. There it is. All right, so this looks like it is. Hold on a second. Right here. This is 1 hour and 5 minutes.
Work, I come home and see my babies.
And this is where it kind of things. I don't know. Anyway, this is where he's kind of unraveling. Starts to unravel. But this is where we left off yesterday. I'm pretty sure at 105. So we'll just continue here where we left off.
The only thing I got to worry about is what's for supper tonight. Life's biggest question, right?
I'm sure that's all he's had to worry about.
I miss those days. My babies ain't babies anymore, guys.
Well, once does.
They'll always be my babies.
That's weird. Awkward.
Sorry.
Like he just put hot sauce in his mouth or something. Hold on a second.
Not what we're talking about. I wish I had one more day of them being small.
Okay, Eric. That is weird. Weird. And this is weird. This is really weird because, this is something that a parent might do, like if they just lost their child or something, you know what I mean? Like, oh, if I just had one more day with my kid, you know what I mean? Like, wait a minute, what? Yeah, they grow up. And guess what? Yeah, they grow up fast. And guess what? Spoiler alert, the grandkids grow up fast too. You know what I mean? That's how it goes. So, anyway, hold on a second. We got kitten invasion. Stay around here. Nope, you gotta go. All right, so let me pull up your comments on my phone so I can see what you're saying. Hold on a second. All right, yeah. So this is where he's falling to pieces. So go ahead, Eric. Let it out. And this is because his kids aren't little anymore. This is just weird. Yeah, it's part of life.
Sound like my parents. Goes by quick.
Yeah, that works.
It's not supposed to be like this.
No, wait a minute. He thinks he's being cheated because the kids grow up fast. It's not supposed to be like this. What are you talking about? It's not supposed to be like this. Like I said, this is how parents. This is like how you see like when parents lose a child, right? It's not supposed to be like this. If I could just have one more day. But yeah, he's realized his kids grew up. This is so bizarre. Not supposed to be like this. Well, it is. Like I said, grandkids are going to grow up fast too. So there you go. It's so weird.
Goes by quick. It's not supposed to be like this. I was excited to come on here and say some final words. It's hard. I
Yes.
stayed so busy with dad talk, I didn't realize.
And the
how much time
Whitakers.
it went by.
Well, last year probably went by fast with the Whitakers, and we were having a good time. We got to admit that. You and your buddies.
And
And the potato chips.
and I'm gonna get through it.
And the Amish.
I'm gonna get through it.
Nope.
I forget where I was. I'm so sorry, guys.
I said you're in your studio.
It was one of the nights I was ready to hang it all up. Oh, yeah.
I wonder if that was before the Whitakers, when he's ready to hang it all up. You know what I mean? Like what? I don't know. I wish he would have been more specific on that. One night I was ready to hang it all up. Yeah, that was probably after the Whitakers. I'm thinking. It seemed like he's having a good time up until then. Well, he was having a good time up until he didn't get Timmy, and they told him to go home.
Oh, yeah. 3 years. I had of just being a dad and then trying to do the right thing after so many years feeling like I did the wrong thing.
I did.
Oh shit, this is probably the wrong thing to talk about.
Yep. Wrap it up. Maybe the wife, I don't know, spoke up. Something's going on. Maybe he's supposed to get a real job. I don't know.
Right when I got my life together, my dad died. And I never. Shit.
It's just weird for him to like go into this when he's supposed to be.
Got to give him.
He's supposed to be ending the
anyone to be
podcast.
proud of me.
Yeah, whatever.
He was taken from me like that. Didn't see it coming.
Well,
one night you got your dad, the next you don't.
And I also wondered if, because I think in Eric's mind, well, he's telling you that he's always felt like a failure. He was always getting in trouble. Dad wasn't happy with him. We've heard story after story where the dad wasn't real happy with him. And then it seems like what he's trying to say over these videos is that he finally feels like he made it. You know what I mean? I guess you could say. And then I don't think it was in a good, proper way. But anyway, finally, he couldn't, and his dad died before that happened. His dad died before he got his little podcast studio, before he got the picture with Trump. The dad died before he, maybe with Ben Carson. before he feels like, you know, he peaked. You know what I mean? Like I think Eric feels like that's where he peaked. And maybe it was 2 or 3 years ago, but it was whatever. It was after the dad died. So the dad, I think he's trying to say that his dad went to his grave kind of disappointed in Eric, right? And if dad would have lived just a little bit longer, he could have seen him at his peak. You know what I mean? And which maybe he feels like he's about to get in some trouble, and that little window there was closed. And I don't know. I think he was. I think I think that's what this is about. Yeah. Yeah, his farewell tour has just begun. Yeah, this is not the end of it. In fact, now, mind you, the other videos that he did, after kind of being in hiding, you might say, for months, he came out of hiding and did a week's worth with his buddies, and he got a little, he got some views, and then you know, because he broke his silence, and then he came back again and did another like week, another showloo of live streams with all his buddies, and now they're breaking their silence again, and they're spilling the beans on West Virginia and all that stuff, and he got a lot of views. I mean, some were 10,000 views. I think one of them was 20,000. I don't know. I haven't looked, but right away he got a lot. You know what I mean? So that was a nice little chunk of change. You know what I mean? But now he's giving it all away. His final thing, he's only got 1,100 views, and that's, people just aren't interested anymore. 1,100 views is, I mean, it's more than Dad Talk because he only gets like 100 or 200 views with that, but still, this isn't going to buy him any trips and back to Vegas. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe just guessing. Maybe the pressure's on for some reason. Maybe the wife told him to get a job. Trying to make some money, or I don't even know what the deal is. But he has mentioned her a few times, and it was either her bringing him some special coffee that's got a punch apparently to it, and but he's mentioned her at least 2 times, saying that he wanted to quit, but she said no, keep going. So it's kind of like maybe having her split the blame a little bit. Anyway, go ahead, Eric.
Dad, I got to meet the president.
See, just how weird to bring all this up. Now, this is something that should be done in therapy. You know what I mean? Not on YouTube on your final farewell. Like, what does this have to do? But I mean, I get where he's coming from, but this probably isn't the place or time. I mean, yeah. So I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. If he's trying to get sympathy, if he's breaking down, I don't know. Dad, I got to meet the president. No, it's worth nothing. Now he's back to being a disappointment, I guess.
He didn't get to see it, And
yeah, I get it.
I was so proud of my studio. It reminded me of when my dad built the church.
Yeah.
There's all these accomplishments I wish he could have saw.
Well, yeah.
I look retarded.
Well, I'd say I think he looks a lot better than he does now. I'll give him that. Do you think it's serious depression? I don't know really what it is. He's on serious depression because he's not making any money. Well, right, he's not taking any money in, and like I said a long time ago, the days of fundraisers and GoFundMe's are over. And do you know the enormous amounts of money that came in from that? And you know what? That I Stand with John, Mast, I Stand with John, that documentary, like I said, Sarah confirmed it. It was $100,000 he had fundraising. So he just went through 100,000. I mean, come on, 100,000 to make that documentary on John. Anyways, so anyway, how can he ever? I think the credibility for fundraisers is gone. And not only that, but who knows? Maybe legally he can't do it. Maybe he's under the scrutiny of the feds or whatever, somebody. Because he is being scrutinized now, and as he should be, because of the past things that happen. These money missing and mishaps and stuff, apparently, allegedly. And so right, so now Donna. So if he goes to jail, I mean, that was it. That was his heyday. The meeting the president, the getting the stretch limo, all that stuff. So I think he knows his ship has sailed, and that might be part of it. His ship has sailed. Okay, no more $100,000 windfalls and that's like once a year or something. He's gone through a lot of these. I can't even imagine pissing through that amount of money each year. At least I'd have something to show for it. You know what I mean? Hey, Victoria, good to see you tonight. Welcome.
Whoever painted it, that's my eyes up.
Yeah, he's happy when all these fundraisers coming in.
On here on the back wall, there was one of my viewers. That got me this LED sign. It's really nice. Thank you. Thank you. But on that day, I was convinced. I was walking out. My wife came and put this thing wrapped up.
And it's the second time he said he was going to quit. And then the wife gave him a present or something.
And I opened it up, and it's my dad.
And you know what's weird? It's just weird he's got to strip the whole studio clean. That is weird. Because he said he's going to continue to podcast. So why is he stripping the walls and all the equipment out and everything? I mean, it's set up, right? Anyway. But why would he have to strip everything out? Like I don't know. It's like if he worked for a big company, and they fired him, and he's got to clean out his office. Like, don't you still live there? I mean, why do you got to strip everything out? That's weird to me. Anyway, I thought he was transitioning into a wrestling. What did he say? A riddle and a puzzle channel?
Oh shit.
You're right. What did happen when he found the person that he's so happy with? Yeah, thought he was happy. He is a hot mess.
Yeah.
More his pillow.
That was a big moment back then. I hope we never go through them COVID years again. Uncle Ted. I know he's deep into politics now, but I never thought doing a podcast and Ted Nugent would be playing guitar.
I think he's name dropping.
On the podcast.
Ted Nugent, president.
That teenage self of mine. He would have been going crazy if he could have seen some of this. Probably the most.
Ben Carson. So the dad missed Eric's flash in the pan, achievements, I guess.
I will say, you meet a lot of politicians that are just. Fake guys. And they tell you everything you want to hear. That was probably.
You think so? You think so, not my monkey?
Dr. Bingo.
He's got quite the nasal drainage. He needs to go to the doctor and look at that. It's so fun, it's so funny because even the closed caption snorts and clears throat. Even they're picking up. They're like, all right, we can't help but put this on there. He snorts and he clears his throat. You don't have to take my word for it. It's right in there. Now, Not My Monkey said he's acting like someone who's contemplating something serious. Maybe. I don't know. I just think he's, I don't know. I think he loves himself too much for that, but I hope not. Yeah, I thought the wife made him happy. What happened to that? Eric's a fake, a fraud, a phony, snorts and clears throat. Snorts and clears throat. That could be a t-shirt. Eric talking and then snorts and clears throat.
Those genuine men. Dr. Ben Carson.
Snorts and clears throat.
Soft-spoken. Everything.
And everything.
Hercules.
Hercules.
And look how fat I was.
Says he was fat. Well, no.
Ted Cruz.
Wow, he's got quite the repertoire.
These guys.
He's got quite the resume.
I used to have it in here when people would come and interview at the studio.
It is kind of weird. Like maybe yeah, like somebody who just saw their life washed up, like a rock star that got told that they're never going to play again or something, and then they're going through all the pictures of when they used to be famous and stuff. Yeah, I do. I think. Yeah, you do. She says, yeah, I do. I think the law closing in on him. I would be surprised. You wouldn't be surprised if he ends it all before he faces the music. Yeah, he is really, really unstable. He's really unbalanced and is not well, that's for sure. But we've seen him acting. Now there's a little smile. Seeing himself with all these famous people makes him happy. Puts a little smile back on his face. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, snorts and clears throat. His big ego is more on photos he's taken with others. Yeah, you're right. I mean, this is interesting because these are his greatest accomplishments. A lot, apparently. These are his biggest accomplishments. Having pictures taken with these famous people. That would be not on my list at all. That's not on my list in life. I don't care about getting my picture taken with anybody, except maybe family. You know what I mean? But anyway, that was Eric's big dream, is to get a picture with the president, get a picture with, Ted Nugent or whoever. But yeah, Alicia agrees with Not My Monkeys. It could be. But you know how people, when they get depressed, they're thinking, oh man, this is the highlight of my life and it's never going to happen again. That's what it looked like to me. It's like he knows he reached his peak, his pinnacle. You know what I mean? It's nothing but downhill from that. This is what I'm picking up. If he's laying down it, that's what I'm picking up.
You see how much dust these guys, this is got on it, guys. I used to have it in here when people would come and interview at the studio.
Well, why strip the walls off? You know what I mean?
I met him.
Like, why take all that down off the walls? What are you gonna do with it? Put a box in a drawer? That's weird.
And was it like going and meeting all these people was going to meet my idols?
Yeah, it was.
I didn't know who half these people were. It was the mission. And even like this, we got to get to the president. We got to get to the president.
So he didn't know who Ted Nugent or the president or Ben Carson was. Okay. Listen, you know me. I've never been in politics in my life, and even I know who Ben Carson is and the president. You know
got to the president.
I got to the president.
2 years.
In 2 years, he got to the president with that money that he'll never see again.
All that sacrifice and hard work.
All that sacrifice and hard work of other people's paychecks.
Did I get to sit down and have a meeting and draft out legislation? No. I got a selfie.
He got a selfie. Did he change anything or sit? No, but he got a selfie. I mean, he's admitting that.
Wasn't all. I mean, we got to say it.
Good enough.
Was there. And I got there again.
Could just photoshopped it, you
There
know.
was supposed to be a round table dinner
He got ripped off.
in Bedminster, New Jersey. I don't know if she would want me putting out the information. It's close. And then Mar-a-Lago got raided. Don't remember that time in history.
Eric almost got in the White House.
And it never came to fruition. But it was that close. Talking to him about the importance of fatherhood and dad's getting.
That's a good point, not my monkeys. The meeting with Charlie Kirk must have been a lie because he would have been bringing up those photos too, and that was what people were saying. People were saying when Charlie Kirk was shot that Eric had done like an AI manipulation where it looks like he was interviewing Charlie Kirk, and some other lady was there. I don't know. I watched it. I don't know. You could easily do it. I could pretend I'm interviewing Charlie Kirk. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, that was the people were saying that was manipulated. That didn't happen.
Right.
Yeah, where is the Charlie Kirk picture?
Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know where that came from. I didn't think I had any of that left in me. This is the most meaningful gift I'd ever gotten in my life. I had no life. Turning it away from me. There's some people I want to thank. Where's that? Guys, please. This merchandise, I feel like.
And you know what else? When people, sometimes before people take their life, they will give away their belongings. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the rush to give everything away? Why take everything down off the walls? If he's just going to turn it into make his channel something else, then why take everything down? He was even saying that he was taking down the computers and all that stuff. Like, wait, what? Weird. Then why would you take down the picture of your dad and you can move it off to the side, put something else in the background, but what about the other walls? Isn't there 4 walls in that studio? I mean, why take down the pictures of your dad and all the president and all that stuff? It's weird.
Not just myself. Again, dad talk was never just me. I was the one on screen. I am now. My wife never been on camera.
Snorts.
Very close.
Snorts and right here, snorts and clears throat.
At the end. Not because of.
Yeah, he's not sorry about the Whitakers.
She obviously doesn't want to be on camera.
Yeah, who would?
It was very hurtful to give so much of yourself.
Goodness.
And
you're talking about her?
Those moments with my babies. It's one thing to sacrifice money.
Yeah, not sorry about the Whitakers. He says he's proud of what he did to the Whitakers.
Many nights, FaceTime.
Proud of what he did.
We got a 5-minute FaceTime. There was numerous times, 3 weeks at a time. I chose to do that.
3 weeks at a time. Yeah, we saw it when he was trying to, break up the Whitaker family. That was at least 3 weeks.
So I don't put that on anybody else, but it was the weirdest thing. And
You know, it's so weird too. He'd rather be on West Virginia with his buddies, busting that family up and all these restraining orders and all this other nonsense, than be at home with his family. You know what I mean?
this world, when you sacrifice and you do for others, and do it to get a plaque or anything like that.
Get that dollars in your bank
Times are
account.
hard. It's been great to have someone acknowledge it. No,
Wait, what?
when you do stuff for free,
For free? Out of my pocket.
value goes down, and then it's what'd you do for me today? So what have you done for me lately? That's bullshit. That's
Let me guess. You worked all summer and got 3 bags of potato chips? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
I don't want to think like that because
You're right.
it meant the world to me to have Brian here.
Ray would not be walking if it weren't for
He
him.
never freaking told me in a million years in 2019 that boy would be doing multi-hour long podcast, and he was the one that wanted to keep going that night.
Well,
I
yeah,
promise you.
sure he did.
And I would have went twice as long if he wanted to keep going.
Well, you did make quite a bundle off of the kid.
I truly did not think that story was real when I first heard from his dad. They reached out to me.
Why would a dad call and say his son was burned head to toe? I mean, why would somebody make that up? That's so weird.
Everywhere you could have reached out to help you raise $150,000.
Yes, Terry. He is always a victim.
Once I talked to him,
Everything he didn't want to do, he was forced into everything.
he asked me to help him raise that money.
Even as, where's the money? Speaking,
Done. Go to sleep tonight. It's done.
yeah, where happened to the money?
You're going to get your surgery.
Is leaving that part out. Yeah.
We'll talk about how we're going to do it tomorrow.
Insurance
I wanted
paid
him to
for
have
it.
some comfort.
The insurance paid for it.
Breathe.
He knows damn well. Why would you even bring this up? Oh, Tumbler number 1 with the
As
straw.
much as I worked on that story,
Worked on the story,
raising that money,
raising the money.
that whole year
Mhm.
trying to lead that campaign. I just saw that picture recently of how narrow that breathing tube was. If you guys didn't see that episode,
Oh my goodness.
oh my god,
I can't believe.
his airways like this now, but it was less than that. When I first saw him, he had.
I can't believe that he went out. That he literally went out of Dad Talk with that poor young man on his show. Like, exploit the kid one more time on the way out. And why doesn't he bring up that money? What happened to that money? He's acting like he raised all that money and handed it to him. That's not what I heard. Oh. Am I wrong? What is he doing?
Went like that everywhere.
Oh.
Innocent little boy.
Yeah, now he's talking about
confidence and everything taken from him. Hearing him explain.
Nope, snorts.
Bodies on fire.
That one hit him. Watch his eyes when he does that. Snorts and clears throats, and watch his eyes. Watch his eyes.
From him. Hearing him explain. Bodies on fire. Flesh is hanging down. He's smelling his own flesh.
Yeah, that's him, not you.
I can't imagine. We'll never know what that boy went through. He deserves every bit of good in this world.
He's high as your light bill.
But
yeah. Oh, snorts and clears
his only
throats.
thought is, what am I going to tell the kids at school tomorrow? Why I lived in a motel. That's the pressure that people can put on someone else.
He's robbing the kid's story,
In
really.
a situation like that, and
Why even bring it up? You know what I mean?
What are they going to think about me and my family?
And what did you do for them? What did Eric actually do for the burn kid, except exploit him? I'd like to know.
there's somebody I want to say thank you to that I can't thank enough. And I'm sorry, I can't see myself now. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm sitting here looking at a list of bullet points so I can get through this. Sorry for the breakdown. When those hard moments hit, the stuff you've been seeing on Dad Talk today, memes and a lot of that stuff, wasn't me.
No.
I tell you, I went through something and had to, try to find a way to make it through. I did, and she was the one to get it. And I'm not talking about my wife this time. Cheryl, you have been amazing. Thank you.
He's not talking about the bartender.
So much.
It's Cheryl.
Those memes, if I only had a nickel for how many times you posted a meme and I got called a female hater because of it and I didn't even know it existed. It's funny because
why doesn't he thank these people in person? This is just weird. Down in the chat, Susan Says So writes, who is running the Whitaker family page? I'm sorry, she writes, who is running the Whitaker family Facebook page and collecting the money? She's down in the chat over there, and then she ends up getting blocked, I think.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of hell about that. And it's like, you want to know who really posted it? She's got to let people know who she is sometime.
It's like that Remington Steele, how the woman was behind everything, but she had to put the man out front because she would get discredited. Same thing. Remington Steele here going on. The secret woman was doing all the postings, and Eric was the face of it, I guess.
I guess you don't have to worry about gaslighting half the audience anymore, but I think she came in about year 4, 2023 or so. My timeline is completely messed up on it, though.
I'm sure
in the beginning, it wasn't as hard. Dad Talk took off like a rocket. By the first time the first podcast came out, there was 10,000 followers.
I don't believe it. When somebody does their first podcast, are you telling me your first podcast was 10,000 people? I mean, listen, that was Whitaker. Maybe he's thinking about the Whitakers. Maybe he's got it mixed up. Are you telling me that your first podcast was you had 10,000 people? Oh, Dr. Morgan's in the chat. Look, Jeff Jordan. Cheryl was tremendous. He's vouching for Remington Steele over there. Well, Jeff, it's about time. He's already had a nervous breakdown. Where were you? Yeah, go ahead, Eric.
First 3 months, just talking to dads and, hey, this is what happened to me. There were days that I didn't want to exist. And I thought I would never be happy again. That was a lie. But I'm happy. I did find love. I was the one that said I'll never marry again.
Did he just say he's happy? Look, I'm happy. Damn it. Assholes, I'm happy.
And you just tell his marriage was different. But you can make it through. And to any dads that find yourself going through this afterwards.
Oh, man. Snorts and
every one of these
snuggles.
are for a reason, guys. Whether it's dads, whether it's moms, whoever is out there watching right now.
Well, okay, so Katie says, my honest opinion is he's scared. You know he has to be scared to death. Not only was hope he'll get some actual time, but go into the prison knowing you snitched and then took advantage of people. Can you imagine Eric going to the West Virginia prison system and running into like a whole bunch of Whitakers inside of that prison? Because there is. I mean, for one, you're going to run into John, right? The Whitaker's cousin John, all right? Because he's there right now. So you're going to run into John, maybe some other Whitakers. You're going to run into probably other copper guys. And who hasn't heard of Eric Carroll ripping off the Whitakers? You know what I mean? So yeah, and then he crapped all over West Virginia and all the people and the court system and all that stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't want to go back there if I was him, especially in a prison. Oh, you're that Whitaker ripoff guy, huh? So you ripped off even in prison he's gonna hear, where's the Whitaker's money? Hey Eric, where every day? Hey Eric, where's the Whitaker's money?
You can turn that pain into purpose. You don't have to have training. You don't have to have anybody give you anything or give you instructions. I had no freaking clue what I was doing other than
still don't.
I wanted to try it. I was so scared to get on the camera and microphone, and I just spoke from the heart. I have some bullet points now. I'm not even. So it's thank Cheryl. That's the only bullet point I've read from. Spoke from the heart, told my story, and the messages I would see. Something about that resonated with someone and kept them from taking their own life.
Who's told you that?
I'd have some memes. It's like, good morning, dads. Today's going to be a good week. Take care of yourself. You're important. You matter. What would that mean to somebody out there right now? There's another meme. I see that lots of places.
Now my monkey said I think he'll go to federal prison, not state pen. So if he does get convicted, arrested, convicted, and all that stuff, and if he does go to prison, probably would be the feds, but that's no walk in the park either. It's not bougie. It's not going to be bougie. Whatever he said he doesn't like, but he really likes. James said I tried reading the transcripts. It made as much sense as in written in Russian. Yes, if you read the transcripts, you can see how disconnected his words are and just how ridiculous it is. It is kind of distracting watching him. So, anyway.
You'd be shocked how when somebody with such little hope that nobody's told that to lately, what that means. That's why you got to be.
That's right, Katie. He's the one that went hollering about the copper wire. My opinion, he might run into a couple people in there, and then the way you did the winter, exactly. There's going to be people. One John's in there, and who knows who else? Those people got charged with a bunch of felonies. Even the guy that owned the scrapyard got charged. So these people aren't happy. And remember, Eric was running Airbnb to Airbnb thinking that they're chasing him. Imagine, they didn't catch him, but wait till they land in the same, cell block or whatever.
Careful. When you talk about other people's efforts, but Cheryl came around year 4. I think that we had hit around 1 million followers at that time. I couldn't keep up with it. There were so many people that want to tell their divorce story. And
yeah, I don't think these videos are buying him any time. I think he just has nothing else to do. He knows he has to exit this scene. You know what I mean? Yeah, he can't go on here. So yeah, I think he's buying his time. I think he's just biding his time, and I think maybe he's trying to change the public's opinion before something. I don't know. Because they will never admit they're wrong or they did something they shouldn't have done, right?
I never quite understood.
He's never going to admit it.
Everybody wanted to tell their divorce story. I didn't even want to.
He'll go to his grave saying he didn't do anything wrong.
The only times I did is because, like I said, I felt like I was being pigeonholed. People always want to try to paint some narrative or something. So, okay, here you go. It's not that I want. Why? This is bigger than me. It's not about my case.
Actually, it is.
But everybody wanted to tell their story. Like, I need your help. I need your help. What do you want me to do? Tell my story. Like, that might not help you if you're going into the family court.
No, you're not going to get any help. Eric can't even remember a court date for next week, even if he's the driver to bring you there. Right? No, you're not going to get any help from him. That is actually one of the first time he told the truth. And so they all come running to Eric. I needed you to tell my story. Well, remember, Eric, just up until recently, at least, was charging these fathers $25 to tell their story. So when he says people are running to him saying, "Can I tell my story?" Right, because they're running to him because he had a service for $25. He's acting like they're running to him for free. No, he charged for that service. It's like a guy the guy that runs the store bitching because you're coming to him to buy something. What are you talking about? You sold that service. Now he's complaining like he did it all for free. Unbelievable.
That might not help you if you're going into the family court. You might be giving your ex some ammo. How really help you? John Mass, he needed our help.
And what did you do for John Mass? Snorts.
Especially after.
Clears throat.
I don't know if the world would have even knew about that case.
And how did that help?
But
how did the world find out?
I didn't keep up with it once Cheryl came on.
I mean, I could ask every family member of mine, "Do you know about the Robert Mass case?" They'd say, "Who?" No. How did the whole world find out about it? No, I didn't. They did open up a hell of a huge fundraiser here and there, though, for all that. But anyway, you go start asking people, random people. You ever heard of the John Mass trial? Nope, nobody ever heard of it.
Organization structured,
and not to mention, he got $100,000 to do the video. We stand by John Mass or whatever.
Things I suck at, and she kept content going for you guys when I was trying to figure things out. So you've been a great friend. Mark Escobel, and you guys are familiar with him for the wrong reasons. I want to talk about Escobel. Met him. We were trying to figure that out in Vegas. Can't remember if it was 2020
in Vegas.
2021.
I pounded a few
He
drinks.
came on one of the shows, like John. And man, I'm freezing, guys. Sorry, it's not usually the case in Georgia.
He's freezing. And he has bugs. He feels like he has bugs growing on his face. Katie says you're getting a little worried, though, because if he's got anybody he can turn in that's done maybe more fraud, West Virginia might let him go. There isn't anybody that's done more fraud, in my opinion. I don't think, if there's like a fraud pyramid, I think Eric is the kingpin in the fraud here. So I don't know if there's anybody that Eric could turn in that's got more fraud than him, to be fair.
And from that moment on, he became my friend, and all over the place together.
Thank you for that dirt or whatever it is. It just came up on my phone. What happened, Eric? Eric, you froze up there. What happened? Oh, it's his internet. He had a storm there that night. All right. Eric, you froze up here. What's going on? Oh, well, let's see here. I'm not doing that. Did it really freeze up that much? I don't remember that. Oh, might be doing a commercial. That's weird. Oh, wait a second. I don't remember. Oh, yeah. All right, this is where it blanks out. The storm wipes it out for a little bit. And in fact, Yeah. So for the last, yeah. Anyway, so that the rest of it is the rest of it was is blank because the storm knocked him out. So then he got knocked out, and then I'll just show you real quick. So he got the storm knocked him out. So then he came back a third time for part 3, and this is crotch crickets. You know, it's funny because I never, because they got all these new diseases and all this new, drugs and stuff. So I might not be hip to things, but in all my years, I never even see anybody with crotch crickets. So that must be like one of them new things that people are catching. So yeah. Anyway, so yes, he's got the new designer bugs called crotch crickets. He doesn't come back but for a few minutes, and then he opened up. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Piss. Yeah, he froze up. Okay, so now we're gonna go to part 3, which he said part 2, but it's technically part 3. That one was. It took him another 40 minutes to wrap it up. 44 minutes. So we will check it in to see. And this is where his wife is. His wife is trying to. Yeah, that I would. Be interesting to know what's really going on.
It says in line.
Okay, wifey's trying to help him.
If anybody even shows up this time.
It's like, wrap this crap up and get a real job. Maybe they're renting out this room to somebody for money.
Yeah.
For some reason. Watch how creepy he is towards his wife. I mean, they're married, they can do what they want, but watch how he turns this into something like sexy. Watch. Snorts.
You're live, babe. I finally got you on the podcast. It took until the last time. But serious, when has this happened like that? Now, before moving the Ethernet out here, it was all the time. Crazy. Hey guys.
Wife really doesn't know what he's.
I'm afraid to even talk to him.
Alluding to.
The second I say something serious, yeah.
Tell her to mix you another stiff drink.
Yeah. All right. Let me finish this up, babe.
I mean, bring some more coffee.
The kids aren't freaking out. They're back to life and civilization and the internet.
Just tell her to put him in the corner with a bologna sandwich. They'll be fine.
All right. Love you, baby. I'm so sorry, guys. So I'm only getting through this.
Well, maybe it might be the universe telling you just you're making an ass out of yourself.
Not emotional anymore.
It's not emotional anymore, so that's good.
I'm so sorry.
He's had time to snap to it.
Time.
He hasn't had a moment in a long
Not
time.
sorry.
He's not sorry.
It's real. It's pain. And doesn't make me weak.
You think the lady love that's defending him might have been his wife? Could have been. I wouldn't be surprised if they're family members in there. I said that when he was people were after him and stuff, and they all of a sudden the next time he had a whole bunch of supporters. I think those were family members. Yeah.
I'm human.
He's human.
And I made it through some shit. I'm sure you guys have too.
Yeah, we
That's
all
what
have.
brought a lot of us here. So I feel like an idiot. I don't know where we left off.
As you should.
I don't know if the video is pausing up or what. Like I said, this doesn't happen. Before it happened, it shouldn't be happening.
The Larry Carroll with 1 L mugs are 50% off.
I'm doing it right now.
Get them while you can.
7 years, I ran on
Collectors,
internet.
they're collector's edition.
But I knew like this new stuff was coming up. You see the setup.
No, nobody
We've done
says
this a
anything.
long time ago. Got bugs everywhere. It was coming in outside. I was trying to find out what was going on. Sorry. Yeah, I was sitting there talking away, and I was on the other screen trying to look at bullet points so I didn't start crying again. But
Yeah, I think the wife is embarrassed to be seen with him too. I mean, most people would be. You don't see any of his family coming on with him. I mean, he did make an exception to rub it in Patrick's face that he didn't get arrested in January. Other than that, no, she ain't got. There ain't no pictures with them.
I don't know what you saw of it, what you did. This is hard, but I am getting through this tonight. Thank you for that. If there are some people that would like to carry that torch, I want to not just the merchandise. This is just t-shirts and mugs and stuff.
Carry
merchandise.
what
One of the
torch?
ways I was going to try to keep the cause going. Let me tell you,
The cause.
merchandise.
What was the cause again?
Make money like people think it does, especially when you live in the country. You have to go to send one package. But this belongs to the people out there that made it possible. And I had to come and just give you a proper thank you. And I thank you for being here tonight through the internet problems, through the emotional outburst.
You're welcome.
I do feel better.
It's therapeutic.
I do.
Meltdowns are therapeutic, I guess. He doesn't know what it's like to go through shit stressed out and doesn't even have to work. I know. He hasn't even had to get a job.
If there's something about Dad Talk today, memories, things we went through, road trips, where you guys kept us awake because we was driving in the ice.
Is this where the bugs go on his face?
Saw candy bars.
I got bugs on my face.
Window. Minus 31 Montana.
Candy bars.
Fun times.
Mm-hmm.
I've got something coming up.
Doesn't sound like working your ass off.
Not everything. You might not like everything, but you might like some of it. You might like it all. I don't know.
Oh, get a little teaser. What's it going to be?
I'm going to talk about. I know one thing. Never want to be in a suit and tie again. Ever.
No job.
Not doing that.
Nope.
This next time.
No 9 to 5.
I'm following my dream. That
is so funny. He says that next time I'm going to follow my dream. What has he been saying? He's been telling everybody, anybody that'll listen, that his wife, he knew she was the one because she's allowed him to follow his dream since 2020. She has allowed him to follow his dream. Now he just said, from now on, I'm going to follow my dream. I thought that was like the selling point of your wife. She allows you to follow your dream ever since you met her, which translates to not have to work. Next time,
my dream.
I'm following my dream.
When I set up with you, I wish I would have kept Dad Talk today. Just me on here talking to the dads. And,
yeah. And you thought Whitaker's.
That.
Yeah.
That lasted for about 3 months.
That don't sound successful.
It sucks having confidence issues. People saying, oh, that doesn't create real change. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, like what?
Might not have changed the world, but it was changing the world.
Changed his bank account.
People. I know.
From red to green.
And it's a very specific subject. But in order to do what I was doing and relate, I had to pull from experience. Even, look, shit, I got this. I had to turn it around. I couldn't. I don't even want to start thinking about it. When he died,
And isn't that interesting? He can't look at his dad's photo when he's doing this live stream because it is hard to lie and be a bullshitter and lie to the audience when your dad's looking at you. You know what I'm saying? I think he can't stand having the dad look at him when he's pulling this bullshit.
When he died,
You know what I mean?
I had to turn it around.
Right. I had to turn it around.
I had to turn it around. I couldn't. I don't even want to start thinking about it. When he died, if any of you out there have ever experienced a death in your family, especially a parent, oh man, hits in a different way. But you're not prepared for it. You don't see it coming. Accident, just here 1 second, gone the next. You don't get to say goodbyes. It hits in a different way. And my mom, she was grieving. And everybody grieves different. My sister was locked in her room weeks. My mom, her world was in pieces. That first night, me and my brother, grown men, slept in the bed next to our mother and tried to comfort her. Sometimes family, man, you need family during times like that. And we was all trying to get through it together. Me, I kept working. I was doing my dad talk. I didn't grieve. Got to get insurance. Got to get the funeral. Plan out the funeral.
Everybody has to go through that.
Working around the clock. As long as I'm working on something, I can't think.
That's the first 2 weeks, okay? Get the funeral, do the obituary, tell everybody, and do the burial, the final whatever plans. Everybody goes through that when you have a family member that dies.
Think about it, man.
Right at town girl, yeah, I thought he was following his dreams.
And when that was over, you're left with them thoughts. I don't want to be left with those thoughts. And there's still a lot of that left over. And so these moments, when they come, they're intense. It can be embarrassing. Heard Jack Osborne talk about something with his dad. Man, it hit. I don't know that he made this up. He said, grief is the price we pay for love. Damn it.
Bugs.
If y'all put up with this. So there's a little moss out here.
Moss? What did he just say? There's moss or moths? MOSS? Moths? I didn't see anything. Starting to see bugs.
Damn it. Any of y'all put up with this? So there's a little moss out here. It's the one bad thing about having higher quality cameras and lighting. We're going everywhere. And opened the door for a second. That didn't take long. They're flocking to it. But yeah, I'm glad I had something to grieve for. It was worth it. I can say the same thing with this. Just whether it seemed like it or not, I had a lot of good times with this. I learned so much. I learned so much about the world. There's things that I thought were a certain way, they weren't. My views are like a roller coaster. I think this way one day, then I think this way, then I think.
Grace, those were just the imaginary moths that were flying around him. Later, he actually has the bugs crawling on his face.
This way.
Well, he thinks they are.
I just want to see the world get in a better place.
You want to see him swat the moths again?
Sick and tired of seeing our people divided. I missed the world before social media. I'm glad that I can do what I'm doing with you right now when the internet's working. Gotta laugh about it. What are you? Last time I'm going to talk about it. Lose internet 5 times.
Oh, it's not the last
I
time.
think I'm upset, or anybody that was watching it.
We fell for that
Kids,
before.
man. Oh, life is over. Yeah, I miss that world, and I hope we can get back to it sometime. I gotta check these bullet points. Last time
Yeah, is he gonna sell any of that? Because I do need some equipment, like laptops, microphones, and stuff. You're gonna use liquidating that stuff, Eric? Because I'm not getting my free T-shirt, but I will. Yeah, I'll buy some stuff.
I did this.
I need a discount though. Okay, I ain't got Whitaker money.
The internet went out. I don't know how long I was talking.
I don't have GoFundMe's
Myself.
running.
I do that from time to time anyway. So hopefully you heard me. Thank Cheryl and Mark and Jeff and Charles and Brian.
Yeah, I already did that.
Everyone behind the scenes that encouraged us and kept us going.
I'm sure you greased their palms already.
Yeah. Talked about my wife a lot.
Yeah, we already did
I want
that.
to thank my kids.
Thank the kids.
Oh shit. Oh, let's come again.
Yeah, here we go.
The memory that stands out, I got lots. The memory that stands out the most to me, and the sacrifice. It's hard to think about the good without, getting some of the other that came with it. Is truly, you guys just don't understand. Had COVID not happened, that story about the 43 states that I went to would never happen.
He went to 43 states in 1 year, you guys, without even working a job. 43 states, and what was it, 12 months? Yeah, and who was running the house?
Wasn't made out of money.
Now he's complaining that his kids grew up when he was out playing too hard.
Tickets were $20. And while the getting was hot and nobody was going up to the state houses and talking to the legislature.
Yeah. And now you know how they used to say, I'm not a Rockefeller, or I'm not a Onassis or a Kennedy. Now you say, listen, I'm not a Whitaker fundraiser. Yeah, he just said it never happened. He just said what never happened. Yeah, them flying crotch crickets. When them crotch crickets start to fly, they can screw with your live stream. Maybe that's what's cutting his live stream out.
Tickets were $20. And while the getting was hot and nobody was going up to the state houses and talking to the legislators, I put on the COVID mask. I got my $20 flight. You ever been to Atlanta Hartsfield Airport? It's the busiest. I think it still is. It's been known for that as a long time. World's busiest airport. Those mornings, it was empty. I'd be one of the ones. Seagate is the one that I use the most. Just freaking empty. It's like the zombie apocalypse, man.
You're right.
We could take advantage of it, and it was easier to meet with the legislators. Dad talked today.
Yeah, he is acting like life is over.
Podcast got more respect than I ever wanted to give it credit for, because
$20 flights during COVID.
3 weeks, did the whole Northeast.
I doubt they're all 20 bucks.
That was after going to Idaho, starting in Boise, going all the way up to Lewiston. Did the Capitol in Boise.
Yeah, and how did that help anybody?
Did a big rally.
How did that help anybody?
Outside of the courthouse there. And you can see the news footage. It was beautiful.
Beautiful.
I say it was like that every time somebody talked about these issues.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh man, that's a whole other story.
Yeah, I think we had enough stories for tonight.
Very common. You might have 5 people. I personally never witnessed that.
Now Susan is blocked in the chat. She comes back with a different account, and she says, "When are you going to jail?"
So I'm planning people to put
did somebody say Lady Love is Eric's wife? Because Lady Love is in the chat. She says, "I'm here. That's when he was starting to cry and stuff.
into it, and that would be what went on
Oh, hey, there's a little dog.
that day.
That's a
We
dog.
lined up all the way down the parking lot, holding up these signs about ice.
Thank you for the little dog.
Honking the horns as they came by. It was beautiful. The news crews was out there.
Honking horns.
We did all that in one day.
The honking horns were worth it alone. You know what I mean? Just the honking horns was worth it.
And then
Makes it all worthwhile.
I think it was midnight.
Yeah.
Lewiston, we drove to Spokane.
And how does this help anybody? Move on to the next story.
It was 2 hours. I know that area so well. I know how to get around in
Wow, very impressed.
Lewiston, Idaho, and Spokane. Restaurants. It's not a place
He knows the restaurants, all the Airbnbs.
I should know about, and I wouldn't have known about it without him.
Yeah.
He was just up there so many times.
Yes, not my monkeys. The honking horns outside the courthouse was beautiful.
We got one there and flew all the
Washington
way to
D.C. Wow, jet setters,
Got to sleep.
like rock stars.
Next morning, did a rally in Washington D.C. There was a National Coalition for Men, if I
Kind of like when the Rolling Stones goes on tour.
remember correctly, was doing something and they wanted to honor John there.
Yeah, what does Eric bring to the table? That's a good question.
And they knew we were all traveling, so we stopped, attended that day, spoke,
I think it was all for media purposes.
got straight in the car and all the way up. Hey, this one's crazy. Spoke at that rally, drove all the way up to Rochester.
Oh boy, why is he even getting into this bullshit?
I wanted to talk about his.
So how much money did you collect doing this crap? Alienation.
DC, Rochester, I don't forget how long.
You know,
Hours, maybe?
Whitaker's was an alienation case, if
1
you
hour
think
interview
about
in
it.
person, and then went all the way to Augusta, Maine.
Nobody cares.
Another, I forget how many hours. Went to sleep at 5 something in the morning. 3 hours sleep, 8 o'clock, back up to Natick at the steakhouse in Maine. Went to Maine, New Hampshire, and Boston. Not Boston,
Oh.
Massachusetts. Went to Boston, Massachusetts. Did about 3 states a day. Next,
Mhm.
New Hampshire, Rhode Island. And
What does he mean by did 3 states?
Sound right. And we did a full day in New York, started up in Albany, came down to New York City.
Oh,
And
we're rock stars.
next day it was, shoot, see that? Ain't mine, they're everywhere. Pennsylvania was one of the biggest steakhouses I've been to. Beautiful.
Maybe it's like that song,
America,
Tennessee, Mississippi,
2.5 weeks.
Kentucky.
When I would get home, my babies. There's a lot that happened in 2.5 weeks. As many of you fathers know, you got it every other weekend. You get back in a little
Got back 2.5 weeks later, and his kids were growing up. They're going to college now.
dollar interest. Doesn't sound like that long. You do that numerous times, man. Oh, I hated leaving. I tried to make up, go and do something when I get home. But, there's a reason I'm telling you that. I'm sorry. Between the bugs and the internet and everything, I'm not.
Between the imaginary bugs and the internet that hasn't gone out for an hour now. Hold on a second. All right, maybe we can slow down. Look at the look on his face. You can sit at any random place and it's fucking hilarious. All right, go ahead. What were we saying? I'm working on this. He's getting better.
I'm working on this. It's getting better.
Yeah,
If you remember when
we
I
can
first
tell.
dropped out, you understand what I mean.
So much progress.
4 or 5 months ago, I try not to think about it. I couldn't even get on the microphone, so I never pretty good.
Oh crap, my dog's
Every one
outside.
of those states we went to up in the Northeast because of COVID, they was closed down. You couldn't go in them. Well, couldn't have planned the worst time to go, right? Actually worked to our advantage. Every one of those states, there was legislators that drove to the Capitol, stood outside the Capitol, and did their interviews with us because they knew we were there. I mean, I don't think that lawmakers are doing that for just any podcast that calls up. So, it's, yeah, so passionate. It felt like we was making such progress too.
Wait a minute.
People were.
Did I hear him say, when I walked away, did he say traveling during COVID was the worst time to go? But he just said 5 minutes ago it was the best time to go because there's nobody in the airport and tickets were $20. And I swear he just said COVID was the worst time to travel. He just convinced us 5 minutes ago it was the best time to travel. Anyway, I think I heard that right.
I make it sound like all politicians are evil. Not, no, we met some great people. Unfortunately, when you pass laws, you got to have majority. And every state we went to back then, I would say, we're going to be here on this day. If you want to learn how to do this, show up. We never went to a state where there wasn't some people. I think the only time.
So he's never been to a state where there wasn't people. Neither have I.
In Nebraska. And then we had 2 guys that showed up there, Josh and
oh, not Josh.
Oh my God. Don't get mad at me, guys.
Douche.
See your face.
Douche.
It was Nebraska though. That was the weirdest of all too, because they don't have super representatives.
Don't worry, they're not watching.
The Senate. Yeah, they don't have the 2 chambers. Weird.
Thought he wasn't into politics.
I'm so sorry. I don't want to rush this minute again. I gotta get it done before I lose internet again.
Yep. Oh.
Everybody have a good Sunday? Y'all looking forward to the work week tomorrow?
A work week.
Oh, I'll be back. Don't see me next week.
He's heard about that work week. Are you guys dreading your work week? Hey, you heard about
The haters.
the haters?
Damn.
I know.
I'm doing all this work in the studio for nothing. Ain't even trying to address them guys, but I'm going to be cool.
Pretty much the only ones you got left watching, Eric.
One, I have something coming up on the moon landing.
Don't neglect us, okay? We're the only ones left watching.
And for anybody it's not just the moon landing, outer space, we're going to do the whole thing. And there's conversations you might not have thought about with that. There's people that think when we go to Mars, it's going to be luxurious like the Jetsons. It's going to suck. There's going to be many, many people that die trying to, build civilization up there.
Oh my gosh.
Back on the moon, 2020.
Now he's talking about living on the moon and living on Mars. And that's going to be too many people. Oh, Eric. See, this is where the wife should have told him she just should have pretended they couldn't get she helped him get on for this 3rd time. She should know better. Shame on the wife for letting her husband come make an ass out of himself like this. She should have just, distracted him or something.
They die trying to, build civilization up there. And then we're going to be back on the moon 2028.
Oh, 2 more years.
We're going to be talking to. We'll really like him. He's smart. He's a lobbyist up in DC. He works alongside NASA, SpaceX, and knows everything about it. So we're going to go from the beginning to the end. And I'm looking forward to it.
Wow, you guys. Eric's going to go to the moon, and he's going to work on rockets.
I really am. It's one of the things I have interest in. And then the week
rocket science.
Every time somebody asks me, what is DTT? I'm like, it's whatever I want it to be.
It's the DTs. We know what it is.
Yeah, that's how it's always going to be.
Okay, there you got it. DTT, if anybody's asking, it's whatever you want it to be. Okay, I see 2 T's, so I see it's called the DTs. And I think that's when you're detoxing, you know what I mean? The DTs. It's when you run out of drugs. Anyway, he said DTs or whatever you want it to be.
I really am. It's one of the things I had interest in, and then the week I got back from Vegas, every time somebody asked me, what is DTT? I'm like, whatever I want it to be. And that's how it's always going to be.
That makes no sense.
Real people. That's it. I don't want the suit and ties. I don't want people who try too hard to be something else. We all go through the same bullshit in this life. We go through the same problems, and sometimes social media and everybody tries so hard to look so perfect. That was not flattering earlier. But damn it, I didn't say those words. I was true to myself. That was me. If you haven't had moments like that, good for you. I've had more than I can. Well,
I have had moments, and we probably all have, but when none of us have actually, revved up a live stream. The last thing I would probably do besides having a meltdown was fire up a live stream and show everybody my meltdown. That's just me, you know what I mean? Everybody's different.
And there's other things, like there's one that bothers me. I'll get this out. I gotta hurry up.
Oh, he's got another.
One that.
Okay, so he's got another thing that bothers him, and I think we'll wrap that up.
One of the #1 shows is about Jeffrey Dahmer. Any of you guys watch that? I started. I couldn't finish.
That's old news.
And this year, they upped it. That game. Any of you guys watch that? And
no.
Jackson, Casey.
Just don't watch it.
Last year we had Tyler Robinson. And we talked about Charlie. Why in this country do we have all these documentaries and these people being immortalized that were some of the most sadistic faces of this earth?
You know, we asked the same question. Why does YouTube, prompt people like you up that are doing this to the Whitakers? Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, can you name one of their victims? Why did we put these?
So he's mad that the serial killers are getting all the attention. This is just weird. Who cares? Don't watch it if you don't like it. Turn the channel. Yeah, he's mad that all these serial killers are getting documentaries on him. There's been nothing on him yet. But don't worry, Eric. There may be someday. You just don't know, Eric. They may be doing some Netflix on you someday.
On our TV.
I wouldn't rule it out.
They're breaking ratings every time something comes out about those guys.
I think it's a possibility.
But we don't know the victims. True crime. If something happens to you and your family right now, and somebody robs you or comes and kills your whole family, what if you're Margals?
What does that have to do with anything?
To be the next contestant on this true crime episode, where at the end, it's not saying if you're bothered by this and want to get involved to make sure cases like this never happen again, reach out here. No, it's saying, are you still watching? Press this, or we're going to turn it off for next episode. Shit like that. It's weird in my brain. Anybody else? Music, fitness. The only thing that got me through this past year, guys. I might start talking about it earlier. I don't know if it's when I lost the internet, but I look back at that picture and just.
He's chewing that imaginary gum again. Look at his mouth. This is on high speed too, because we just gotta get through this.
The only thing that got me through this past year, guys.
Is invisible gum.
Talking about it earlier. I don't know if it's when I lost the internet.
Watch his mouth.
I look back at that picture in December, 290 freaking pounds. Never been 290 in my life. Man, I've been heavier, not 290, Eddie. And
but he had all that Whitaker money and he was traveling and living like a king. You know what I mean? And he was eating. We saw him. We saw what you did. And so yeah, I'm not surprised.
Wow. I'm 215. 12% body fat. 15 pounds ago, I had a six pack. I never had a six pack in my life unless it was little Debbie cakes. That was me in December. I had titties. Lighting titties.
Did Dwayne do motorboat on you too? Because he did that to Patrick. I'm just wondering, did Dwayne motorboat you? Just look at. Tell the truth. It's your buddy.
15 pounds ago, I had a six pack. I never had a six pack in my life unless it was little Debbie cakes. That was me in December. I had titties. Lighting titties. Yeah, no, I don't.
Motorboat.
Freaking face was. This should have been the happiest moment in my life. It was one of them. It was one of the happiest and saddest. My daughter was graduating RN school.
And you didn't get Timmy, and you didn't get the money, and all that stuff, and then you found out you're under investigation. Should have been the happiest time, but and then people were on Facebook too, given his crap has spilled over to his family, and so they were given his family crap during the daughter's graduation. So that's what he meant by that. But yeah, his bull crap had reached home.
It was one of the happiest and saddest. My daughter was graduating RN school.
And also in December, what else happened? Adult Protection told him not only you're not going to get Timmy, but you need to take down them videos. Oh, and by the way, you're still under investigation.
Bullshit her dad did. That's why I pushed it hard. That was my.
See? And she was suffering because of the bullshit that her dad did. I just said that too. My daughter was graduating in school.
Not having to go through the bullshit her dad did. That's why I pushed it hard. That was my oldest, first one. And
that's what happened.
I didn't have anything to work on.
You bring shame to the family. And he said he lives in a small town. It's even worse because your last name is Carol. Your dad Eric? You know what I mean? So yeah, you bring shame to the family. There's cultures like, I don't know if it's China or something. There's cultures that, you don't bring shame to in Middle East or whatever. Yeah, they would rather you die than bring shame to the family. and that's what Eric did. He brought shame to the family, and it did. Of course, it's going to. I mean, but imagine living in that small town, and that's probably why nobody wants to have pictures with Eric. I mean,
oldest firstborn, and that was a guy that didn't have anything to work on. Felt like his purpose had been taken from him. The whole world. It was like so many people say your name.
Taken from him. Everything was taken. There was his whole purpose. Fundraising was taken.
Been taken from him. The whole world.
Mm-hmm.
It was like so many people say your name and try to tell your story, and they had no freaking clue.
Actually, we did.
What goes in those shoes? Good, bad, and ugly. I've always heard all of it, not just the flattering parts. It was a shitty time. But I was always working on something and never taking time for myself. And that was, I don't know where the.
And that's really interesting because this was supposed to be in December. And in January, the day that Patrick got arrested, I think it was the 14th or 15th January, something like that. He said that he was doing nothing all day but playing video games with his brother. And that's when he found out that Patrick got arrested. He was playing, he said, that's all I was doing every day. I was playing Fortnite or whatever, Xbox, with his brother. And that's when they found out Patrick got arrested. So for him to say he was working, that's not what he said before. He said he was doing absolutely nothing except playing video games in January.
Good, bad, and ugly. I've always heard all of it, not just the flattering parts. It was a shitty time. But I was always working on something and never taking time for myself. And
Video games. Xbox. Fortnite.
Where motivation came from. But I was tired of sitting here and feeding into this. And one day I just said, I'm going to the gym and I'm going to lift weights until I cannot lift weights anymore. I was going to the gym all the time anyway. I mean, but look what it was doing for me. I was still lifting those cheeseburgers and stuff too. Now I shouldn't have been equal to that. But for 7 days a week, I miss a day. That's my family. 3 to 4 hours every day, just lifting. They say you got to rest the body parts. Nah. Maybe it's a good idea, not me. I just had so much going on, so much pent up aggression that went in there. The best thing that ever happened. It kept me going. And for any of you guys out there suffering from that depression, we all go through it, and we put on these masks. I don't want people to see shit like what I went through earlier. We all go through it. And that was better than any medicine that I ever had. I took time. I never would have took that time had that situation last year not happened. I felt like I couldn't talk to the dads. I couldn't talk to anybody because
lost credibility
about something that they don't know about, and I can't. There's still I can't talk about. But I'll be honest with you guys. I don't want to freaking talk about it anyway. Should have never happened. I don't even know what's going on, and I'm not trying to wait to find out. I just know when good people do things, you shouldn't have to worry about shit like this. What's the world coming to, man?
You can't even run a few scams without people looking, cockeyed at you.
Be a good human to other people. People act like it's such a huge thing. It's called being a good fucking person.
Yeah.
People can turn into YouTube shows.
You wouldn't be in this position if you had been a good person last year. You just wouldn't be.
Wasn't what it was supposed to be.
No, you're supposed to have Timmy. Whitaker's was supposed to be out of the picture. Patrick's supposed to be out of the picture. It was just supposed to be you dropping Timmy off at your house and visiting once in a while and making all that money. That's what he said it should be. That's what his dream was. It didn't work. And it will never be.
I want to rediscover music. It was my first passion. I picked up the guitar the other day. I used to play, guys. I didn't even have to pick my finger strength and everything. I knew this. I can play just about every riff that was ever made in 80s and 90s and early 2000s, heavy metal and rock and roll. I couldn't believe I was messing up on some of the simplest things, hobbies. I need to get back to them. Excuse me if I talked about it again, or once before. I'm almost at the end. If there's somebody out there that wants to, Dad, talk today. Serious, I want to see it move on.
$25 each.
Or somebody that you grab it. Somebody's.
Oh, he wants somebody to take over Dad Talk today, which is weird because he said he got offered money for somebody to buy it, but he wants to hand the torch off. Now, nobody in their right mind would want anything to do with a Dad Talk Today podcast because, the credibility's gone. If it was worth anything, he would keep it. You know what I mean?
This way too big of a responsibility for any one person to carry it. And I don't mean text me and say, hey, I want to do it. That's not going to happen. Probably won't even answer you. I don't mean that out of disrespect.
Need money.
Show me you got what it takes.
Show money.
To get people in there and actually create something. I saw the other organizations that built up these social pages and stuff, and they just put these random volunteers and stuff on there, and it never went good because those people don't know what it took to build that foundation. You know, I want to see people that know what it's like, because there's going to be times it sucks, and there needs to be more than one person, because when you go through moments like, you never know what can happen when you're in this space, and you're going to need people to lean on. I felt like I had to be inspiration for other dads, like it was for him.
Don't worry, you'll be able to lean on Bubba pretty soon.
I didn't want to let any of that out. Go get it. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. I'm so freaking tired. But it needs a team. 3 to 5, just on the broadcasting time. You know, side alone, funding. Dad's rights don't get funding. And if you try to create funding, you're going to be a person that's about money and wants to. You're going to face all that. That's what happens in the public arena. I do that.
Not a good sales pitch. I
watched it in the churches my whole life. That's why I didn't want to do it, but I did it. Thankful for it. Just not doing it anymore. That's the torch. But know what you're getting yourself into. I would love to do this training in graphics. So many different places we have relationships.
And you know what's funny? His buddies are still into the dad stuff. You have Dwayne Hall down in Texas. He's still doing the dad stuff. Why, if it's so valuable and so good, why doesn't Dwayne take over the show? Because he used to co-host with Eric. So if this show is so good and valuable, why doesn't Dwayne want to take it over? And why doesn't Mark Douche take it over? Why doesn't one of your buddies take it over? You know, he claims he knows all these people and the dad's right thing. How come nobody wants his show? It's obvious. It's toxic. Who would? Nobody wants it. If it was worth anything, he would keep it.
I would love to be in the comments with you guys tonight. Those days are gone. As much as my emotional outburst may seem, however it seems, no, they're gone. I don't have time for it anymore. That's why I shared so much of my personal life with people willingly to turn that pain into purpose. I didn't want to just go through that pain and say, well, that sucked, but I won't do it again, and just leave it there for a reason. If that can be someone else's survival guide, I needed that survival guide that first weekend when I woke up in that house and it was empty, where my kids were playing every day, and toys, and just life, family, empty. Everything that I love, and everything that makes me dad, when one day empty. Kids will be back Sunday night. Ooh.
That is weird. What do you mean one day it's all gone? Like I said, it's acting like he's just got his family wiped out. Just because you don't have a podcast, aren't you still a dad and a husband? I don't know.
Everything that I love.
Everything that he loves.
Dad.
Everything that makes him dad.
One day empty.
Is one day empty. So everything he loves and everything that makes him a dad is one day it's just empty. Like, why? Show or no show, why aren't you still a dad?
Dad.
It's weird.
When one day empty.
Empty.
Your kids will be back Sunday night. Ooh. I'm a single dad again.
Snorts.
For the second time in my life. And they're going to need me to be strong for them. And I'm sitting here, I don't even know.
It's got the sniffles.
Why I want to breathe anymore.
Wait, what? Wait, what? I don't know why I want to breathe anymore? And I'm sitting here. I don't even know why I want to breathe anymore. Did he just say because his kid's coming home? What did he just say? So, okay, one day, okay, anything that makes him dad is gone. He's empty.
One day empty.
One day empty.
Your kids will be back Sunday night.
Your kids will be back Sunday night. Snorts.
And
I become Snorts. A single dad again for the second time. A single dad? What happened to your wife? Didn't she just mix him a drink? How is he a single dad again?
Again, for the second time in my life, they're going to need me to be strong for him. And I'm sitting here, I don't even know why I want to breathe anymore. They were my reason for breathing.
Is this in the past or the present?
And seeing them grow up and turn into beautiful young women you are. Thank you, girls, so much. I don't think I ever. Shit.
Snorts.
All those trips during COVID. One particular trip, and we get it out for off the reservation again. Usually left around 4 or 5. Most of the flights going out in the country where I was going, that's about what time they went. And I had a 2-hour drive to get up to the airport. I always hated that when I had that drive back.
Bugs on them.
This particular morning.
Bugs are itching them.
Driveway. When I went to
Crotch crickets are getting out of hand.
Felt something on the steering wheel, and I was like, "What in the world?" My little babies had went out the night before and made a note and taped it to the steering wheel. We were in middle school and elementary, and it was, "Good morning, Daddy. We love you and we're proud of what you do. You know, for Dad talk today. We miss you. Hurry back." 2 of the little boogers that did that and drew stuff and taped it so that I would get it that next morning. It took a lot of thought, you know. Must have done something right for them to invest that time. Oh man, hearing them acknowledge the work that was going on when John got killed, and I was about 2 months, guys. Morning, day, I did not leave the studio unless I slept doing the editing with I Stand With John. Robert that you saw in the picture of the trunk with me.
Bugs on him.
2 whole months. And then they got to watch it with me for the first time. My last daughter, that's the senior in high school this year. She was the one that
His last daughter, excuse me?
was in elementary school when I started this thing. Just hard to believe. There was one day, a dad called me that was on that edge, looking over, contemplating. And me and her
Good grief.
were one to have daddy-daughter time. What do you do? Babe, I can't spend time with you.
But he sacrificed time with his children to save men from jumping off a cliff. This way, it's not his fault he wasn't around when the kids were there. Anytime he wasn't with the children, it's because somebody was about to jump off a cliff, basically. Not because he was out with his friends and going to Amish places that didn't need to be gone to or nothing like that. It wasn't because he was, going on trips with his buddies to Vegas or nothing like that. It was because somebody was about to jump off a cliff, damn it. What do you expect him to do? Go ahead, Eric. Tell him the story.
Her were one to have daddy-daughter time.
Oh, daddy-daughter time.
Babe, I can't spend time with you. Needed someone to talk to, needed the speaker, and I was like, oh, he's like, babe.
Look at the bugs.
Talk to you. I promise I'll get off the phone soon.
I don't see any bugs, but he does.
That's okay. I heard, and she was like, I want to hear. She had gotten older enough. I can honestly see, I don't know if I'd do that to him. I had one of my babies express interest in grabbing the torch and running with it and carrying on their dad's mission.
One of the daughters wants to take over dad talk today. Yeah, I don't know if I bought. I don't know. I don't believe it.
More.
Yeah, right.
And to see my kid, but then again, I don't want them to.
The daughter's going to run dad talk?
But she listened, and
I'm not sure the daughters going to talk about the warm, wet holes and all that stuff. Just saying.
20 minutes back off the edge, and she told me she said, I knew you, doing some stuff, and she's like, I don't know how you do that every day. It was like that one call, it got me so shaken up. And one of those things, they just need someone to talk to. One of the ways that you can help
He's a hero.
Is just give them a listening ear.
Like Superman.
Understand it all the way. They feel as much as I feel misunderstood right now. It was the same way when I was going through divorce and his family court stuff. Wanted to be a dad, couldn't afford it.
He should run a hotline.
$10,000 on retainer. Be a dad.
A $10,000
That have not
retainer.
been in those courts and that have not been in those situations.
Yeah,
That have not been in a relationship like that. They don't understand it.
Anybody buying
I don't know
that?
that they want to. It's not their problem.
That's
right?
bullshit.
So listen to him, understand, and get off while the internet's still on.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys for being here with me tonight. The ones that showed back up numerous times. Eric at dadtalktoday.com. We're going to have to get inventory of this stuff, cups and shirts. We'll get over there to your emails, find out what you want, according to how many people reach out. Like I said, I know who the supporters were and I know who the negative Nancy's were. The ones out there, you didn't have to be something financial. It could have been something just, hey, keep your head up, or, you know, thank you for the episode last night. That meant something to me. That's what it was for. And I'm out. I mean, I didn't expect it to be so hard.
Bugs.
All over my face.
Bugs
Bugs all over my face.
Bugs on face.
Crazy.
Yeah, bugs. Do that.
Bugs all over my face. It's crazy. Join me. DTD is not Dad Talk Today. That's the initials. And I hope you'll give it a shot and understand it. If not,
DTT is not Dad Talk Today. Somebody in the chat said it's going around that you're going to jail. Are you going to jail? Didn't answer.
I hate explain it anymore. I think I've got to go.
No, hold on.
I hate to do this and not say something because as soon as I do it, I'm like, damn it, I should have done this.
You'll be back.
I'll blame it on the internet going out. I'll mistake.
You'll be back next week.
And that may be true.
And then Susan says, stop name dropping and tell us when you're going to jail.
That may be true. I do not have the
That's funny.
emotional street to do this.
Yeah, you can.
That's it. ETT's the future. There's
Puzzles.
Easter eggs.
Easter eggs.
Messages. Pay
Messages.
attention. Before, I didn't have
Easter eggs, puzzles, and messages. Pay attention.
as much time to put into the content I knew how to. I love this setup so much more.
Not
Like I
time.
said, everything you see, go look at, I would say the last episode of Dad Talk. The last episode of Dad Talk before the internet issues. Not the last 4 that I tried to do for tonight. And look at it. For the last 7 years. You'll see a big difference between right now and then.
Yeah, it's not a good
just
one.
trying to get a message out.
Where's Whitaker's money?
Long time ago.
Where's their
I'm
money?
going to sit here and keep reminiscing. I love you guys. It's not goodbye. I'm making it sound like one. Thank you.
Bugs.
I wish there was a better way to do it, you know? Get the hell out of here. I'll see you later on this week. See you guys. I'll leave you with my intro. It's rock and roll. You're going to hear rock and roll, Gen X.
Rock and roll.
I haven't been able to be me.
Gen X.
You don't think I do? Screw you. I don't care.
Screw you. All right, enough of that. Susan says, what drugs are you on today? And somebody says, and then Susan says, when are you going to jail? Are you driving or flying to West Virginia? That is funny. Oh, that's okay. I gotta get my charger. So that's it. That was Eric's meltdown that I don't even think he's embarrassed about. Get my charger here. I want my charger next to the phone for the buzzer and stuff. I'm going to disconnect my microphone and plug my phone back in because I am at where am I at? 25. Try to last a little bit longer by plugging it in. So yeah, I'm at 25%. I don't know how long that's going to last, but I'll be on here for a little bit more. Then we'll wrap it up. Where are we at? 2 hours. Okay, well, that was pretty good. We got through all of it. Yeah, so what do you guys think? I'm going to get back into the chat here and find out what you guys think about this. So what do you think? His big ego is more on photos that he's taken with others. Yeah, it is pride. Pride goes before the fall, and a haughty spirit before destruction, or something like that. Well, thank you, Not My Monkeys. She sent a gift. Cool Rock sent a gift. Thank you very much. I appreciate that very much. Happy Poop. 10 joules, happy poop. Looks like that fiber's working. Yeah, bugs on my face. Thank you, Cool Rock. Thank you, Cool Rock. I appreciate that. He's probably okay. Well, there's a lot of comments on that thing. Let me try to get some of them. All right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Italian girl. The little dog running. I mean, there's been FBI at the courthouse. It makes you wonder. Is that what they said when they were in Beckley? Yeah, it was just weird. Yeah. So now my monkeys asked him how he can sleep at night, and he said, I can sleep fine. Remember, he recently said, I'm proud of what I did to the Whitakers, or whatever. Eric, you need to toughen up, or you're never going to make it. Get a job and start putting your wife on a pedestal. That's right. He's, the thing is, he's letting his wife carry the burden of supporting a family. That I don't know if she's got low self-esteem or really what the problem is, but you can only do that for so long, especially if you're just running a hair salon. I don't think she owns it. I think she just works there, and you can only make so much as a hairstylist. You know what I mean? I don't know if it can run the whole compound. There, he still has a page up, but he's mad because Sarah has been speaking out on his lies. That's right. I can't believe he said the daughter wanted to carry the torch. Yeah, your daughter's gonna get on there with Dwayne and whoever else and Jeff Morgan and talk about how rough it is for single dads. Your daughter's gonna do that? That makes no sense. Yeah, I don't even think does your daughter even have a child? Amphetamines makes your skin crawl. Well, it was weird because he was batting away moths, but I didn't see anything. No, sometimes because it's so dark out here, and I'm out in the middle of nowhere, so there's no light. So if I have just the TV screen on, it's going to attract every bug in the county, right? And so you'll see a moth fly by once in a while when I'm doing my videos or when I'm doing a live stream. You'll see a moth or a mosquito or whatever. If I'm swanning something, there's something there, but I didn't see anything there. He was swanning like crazy. And it looks like he's sweating again. Yeah, he was wiping his forehead with his bare hand. Whole video was a guilt catch. You think he's got any capability of feeling guilt? I don't think he has any guilt, actually. It's all about that. So, yeah, that is true. Yeah, but I don't know if it's guilt catching up or if it's the long arm of the law. You know what I mean? Or if it's reality catching up. Because no, his grift is over. His time as a fundraising kind of guy, that people trust and hand money to, those days are over. Now, what else is he going to do? The only way he's got money in 6 years is putting his hand out and have people pouring money in his lap. You know what I mean? And so once that train is over, now what's he going to do? He's got to make money the way everybody else does, the hard way. And think about it. He was with those famous, kind of washed up wrestlers or whatever they were, boxers. These guys, right? They're older. These, retired boxers or MMAs or whoever they were that Eric was hanging around with. I think he paid to hang around with those guys for the weekend. him and Douche, I'm pretty sure that they paid to hang around with these guys. Because Eric's got no past in fighting or anything like that. And I think they paid for the photo op and paid for this and paid for that. And once the event was over, they're not going to keep hanging around with Eric and Douche. You know what I mean? They're going to go back to their lives. You know what I mean? As and you can only imagine the looks on their faces when somebody taps them on the shoulder and says, "Do you even know who you're standing with?" Look into Eric Carroll and see what he's been into. You know what I mean? So the famous people are not going to want to hang around with him. You know, so either they paid a lot of money to hang around with these guys or whatever. But there's nobody who's going to risk their professional career and their good reputation to hang around with Eric Carroll. They're just not going to do it. And so I don't see him hanging with famous people, longevity in that. Because these guys might not even knew who he was or heard of him. A lot of people wouldn't. But once you type his name in, they're probably like, "Oh crap, we're taking pictures with this guy." I mean, so his credibility, I think, is shot. Fundraising thing is over. Pretending he's a dad trying to get his kid, that gig is up. So I would think at some point the wife's gonna say, "Hey, honey, you got to help out because I can't keep doing this forever." They've been married for 6 years, and it's been up to her to pay the bills. Now, I don't know how much of this big windfalls of money ends up at home. But if he shows up at the Whitakers, I mean, think about that. If he shows up at the Whitakers with less than $100 in his account, he even said if there's any emergency at home, I remember exactly what he said. I was cutting the grass, I had headphones on, I was listening, and when it was live, and he said, if my wife or kids end up getting burned at home, there's no help for them. And I thought, burned? Why would they get burned? And I thought, oh, you meant like, what does that even mean, actually? But that's what he said. It was just such a weird choice of words. But yeah, he was saying, yeah, if anything happens, my wife and kids are screwed. And no doubt that $100 is probably out of her paycheck. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is about last summer, but I think it's last summer's catching him. I don't think Eric has a guilty. I don't think he's capable of feeling guilt, because if somebody always thinks they're innocent, they're a victim, they've never done anything wrong. If somebody is a victim, they're not going to feel guilty. Usually, they're not good. If you feel like you haven't done anything wrong, you wouldn't feel guilty. And he doesn't feel like he did anything wrong. At least that's what he's saying. He may be battling shadow people from the amphetamine use. Yeah, it's something. He's batting away something that isn't even there. I guess he's not freezing anymore. Now the bugs are attacking. Yeah. Then he started sweating. Remember, he went from freezing to sweating to freezing. Nothing to do with the mugs or the puzzles. Amphetamines make your skin crawl. Get mugs with bugs. Each mug comes filled with bugs. You got mugs and the bugs and the rugs. Crickets, yes, they are crotch crickets to be specific. I still don't know how. Hey, T-Bro, how he needed to learn how to walk again after knee surgery. That is hilarious. Eric said he had knee surgery, he had to learn how to walk all over again. Like in the movies when somebody comes out of a coma, or like somebody who had I don't know, whatever. Horrible. I don't even know what. Oh, man. Anyway, I know everyone has to call Eric when something happens to their kid. And who makes him do all this? I'm like, well, everything he always acts like, I didn't want to do this, you guys. I didn't want to do this. Because I didn't even want to go to the court and get restraining orders on everybody. I didn't even want BG to go down. It wasn't me. It's not goodbye. I'm making it sound like one. Yeah, he is. But why is he stripping the walls off? Like, why do you got to take everything, even the pictures of your dad off the wall? That's weird. I mean, yeah, move it away from the background, put something new up. I mean, but What about the other walls? Like, but what? Why is your dad? Why are you taking all these pictures down? That's weird. Mugs or puzzles? I still don't know. Okay, wait. Well, so he's done breaking my silence like 3 different months in a row. He's broke his silence. Now he's ending it. Now he's gone. I don't know, 3 live streams trying to end it. He will take a limo to show up to the West Virginia. Yeah, I'm not really sure if he's going to be in the limo this time. I mean, he might be riding in the back of something, but I don't think it's going to be a limo. Hopefully before long, he's locked up. He's locked the hell up. They give him some of what they call diesel therapy and bounce him around the country from prison to prison so he can't even get mail. Yeah, I don't know if, like, will he go to the prison in West Virginia if he did get arrested and convicted? I don't know. But it is, he could run into some workers in the behind bars. There's a few of them. Yeah, he likely don't really do much of anything he says he does, but puts it out there so idiots do reach out to fall into his grifting off them trap. Eric better hope CPS don't find out he has bugs. CPS might take his family away. Yeah, that's what happened to the Whitakers. Yeah. Let's see. He can he can meet a lot of new friends and an enemy or two. Yep. Because everybody knows about the Whitakers. He's high as a kite, flying like high as a kite, flying like those bugs. Yeah. Who's flying higher, the imaginary bugs or Eric? Yeah, and I don't know if it's a sympathy, because I don't even know. Does he even have a way to donate to him anymore? Yeah. Yeah. Not once they found out how dirty he is. Wait, I just lost my spot big time. It kind of sprung down to the bottom. The investigation was long because other persons of interest in other states being charged, it says. Well, listen, here's my opinion. This is my opinion. Uh-oh. All right, I'm at 20%, guys. I got to keep an eye on that. My opinion is if Eric gets arrested and charged with fraud and stuff with the Whitakers, I would put money down. I would bet money that his friends would be charged too. I believe that Mark will be charged. If Eric is charged, I believe Mark would be charged. Mark Douche, Escobar from California. I believe his friend Dwayne might be in a little bit of trouble. Maybe not as much, right? Dwayne is probably the least guilty of them all. But Douche there, he would probably be facing some charges. And that's why Mark was on there trying to clear himself. He appointed himself as project manager for the imaginary home that Whitakers were going to get. And so he's trying to justify why he was with, you know what I mean? When Eric plainly told us that Mark had to come along to hold the camera and be the camera guy. And he was there to donate money and all this other nonsense. So I believe that Mark would be charged. I also believe that Robert Mass is in trouble. And I 100% believe that the police have already checked out the Amish. And the Amish, I'm pretty sure, probably didn't do anything wrong. I think what they were talking about is a bunch of bullshit. I don't believe really. I believe, and I'm actually, I could go over this tomorrow because I'm going to show you some footage of Eric at the Amish people, doing a tour of the Amish, and and I believe he just went on tour or whatever. Because listen, that bishop, his name is Sam Krupp. I think his last name is Krupp or something like that. I think his name is Sam Krupp. And Sam Krupp has this house like they described, but you can actually go tour it. You can actually tour. I don't know, they got something. I mean, where the public can go look and tour it. He's got a website too. And he shows the house in the website. The house, remember, he said, oh, there's water that runs through to keep the food cold. All that. Everything that they described is in that house that is actually open to the public to look at. And I don't know if they're doing tours. I don't even know. But I don't believe that the Amish did anything wrong. I know the Amish. They're very religious, which it doesn't always clear people. All right, let's get that. I don't believe because somebody acts religious or whatever, it clears them. Because look at Eric, the pastor's son. I'm saying that I know them. The ones that I know, they got a healthy fear of the Lord, right? So I just don't believe that they're into scams, right? I just don't. So I don't think that they would be in trouble at all. But Robert Mast, Mark Escobar, and whoever that third person, Robert Mast's friend, who they actually had to drive to like North Carolina or something and pick the guy up at an airport and then drive him back. And we never even found out who that guy is. But I'm sure he's a person of interest, probably. And there's and then there's Dwayne, and I don't know if there's anybody else. Eric's brother, Sean. Remember Sean? He ended up with $500. Did Sean make money off? Yes, he did. He got $500 put into his pocket to go along with, and he was supposed to be the cameraman, and he got a free trip and all that. So I'm sure they probably will kind of want to talk to his brother too. You know, and how is his mom involved? I don't know. She seemed to be. Did she make any money off it or any proof? I don't even know. I doubt it. But so he's got a few people I think he's gonna probably drag down with him. You know what I mean? And I think that's why Dwayne had at least a little bit of common sense that as soon as Eric was named as a suspect, that Dwayne backed away. You know, he's just like, yeah, I'm going to go over here. You know what I mean? I'm going to hang out over here. Well, hey, Sarah. Really, Sarah says, yeah, no problem. I came on late myself, Sarah, because my phone wouldn't take a charge. I'm going to be off of here in a minute because my phone is down. My battery, now it's down to 18%, and I have it plugged in, so my charger's not working. So I had a little problem getting on here late myself, so. But I'll be back tomorrow night. She says, hey, just waking up and hopping on late. I have a screenshot of Dwayne asking for donations for Eric, sharing his pay apps in the comments section sometime in August. Are you kidding? So he put up Dwayne's his Cash App or whatever, huh? So Dwayne was soliciting funds on the Whitaker page. So now Dwayne's involved. And Dwayne got paid for the and you know what's funny? Because he remember he's all mad. I didn't make a dime doing those. And if anybody says I made a dime, F you. Remember that? F you. Nobody is really saying that per se you made a, you know, he's acting like he's being accused of being paid to do the live streams. Who knows if he did or not? But nonetheless, even if he didn't get paid to sit there and do the live streams, and I doubt that. I think he did. But he got his palm grease from the website, because Eric said not only did we pay for the website, but we have to pay on it monthly or something. So he made money from that. And now you're saying that he had his Cash App up there. Interesting. So Dwayne's in it whether he likes it or not, but that's why Dwayne is laid low. Oh, Dwayne has not associated himself back into this picture again. He's going to have to take the bus to Virginia to turn himself back in. You don't think Wifey will drop him off with a couple bologna sandwiches? It'd probably be a kind of a relief for her. You know what I mean? If he could just go somewhere for a while. He has depression. Yeah, he looks depressed. He looks manic and depressed. I don't know. It looks like he's got a little bit of everything. Bugs included. Makes me sick that he's crying about his dad and he doesn't care about his own kid. Yeah, isn't that something? Such a double standard. Doesn't even make sense. Yeah, he was proud when he called up protection on Whitaker's. Yeah, and he said it. He said, I'm proud of what I did. He still is. He's got zero remorse for anything. He thinks he did a good thing, ruining that family. His face motions were extreme. Yes, he was like chewing on invisible gum. His jaw was like, maybe it came off the hinges. Old guys got a grip too. They can't box anymore. Yeah. Well, that's true. It seemed like they were making appearances based on their old careers. You know what I mean? And that's if you have a fight, it's just like football. The washed up, the retired football guys turn into announcers, right? And that's kind of I can see how the retired fighters are now emceeing or they're hosting a fight. They're relevant, but Eric's not relevant. You know what I mean? Yeah, narcissists never feel guilty. That's right. They're not even capable. Because if you don't think you did something wrong, you're not going to feel guilty. And they never think there's a reason justified in their head for everything they do. Hey, how's depression? Because it's been a year since he's been able to rip someone out. Yeah. I don't know what chunks of money he's got. Good point. Yep. Maybe she already has. He was talking about being a single dad. Yeah, I don't know if he was talking about the past because he really can't stay on track. You know what I mean? Following him is like, watching, a ping pong match. It's just crazy. Oh, but he says that people are coming up and asking, yeah, they thought he was a boxer. No, he's literally got bat wings, okay? He's got flab under his arms. Nobody's mistaking him for a boxer. No. No. Yeah. Yeah, and then it felt like he was exploiting that burn kid again, you know what I mean? On his way out. One more for the road. Yeah, looking for attention. I should say he realized, yeah, you're right, James. And now he might be realizing that, he's realizing that, his past is catching up to him. The burn victim was a huge. Now remember, he was talking about how he did this fundraiser, but he didn't finish the rest of the sentence where he kept that money that allegedly. I don't think the kid got any of that money. I don't know. Insurance expensive, not enough for Medicare. His self-importance was showing when he said Trump took a photo with me instead of I was. That's a good point, Shane. Yeah, he said Trump got a photo with me. Like, who says that instead of I got a photo with Trump? No, he says Trump got a photo with me. That's a good catch. Notice that's not a common thing. Yeah, who says that? That's a good point, Jane. He learned how to walk when he really was hard to get rid of his man boobs. Yeah. I wonder if Dwayne was trying to motorboat him. Dear Jane, yeah, in his head he thinks he's more important than Trump. He's trying to make others believe it. Yeah. Think of that, you guys. It only took 3 years and Trump was able to get a picture with Eric. Just imagine how blessed Trump is and how lucky he is. Yeah. You're gonna be somebody's bitch in prison. I think it'd be funny if him and if it happens to be okay. I'm not wishing anything on anybody, but if Patrick and Eric ended up in the same prison, I can't believe they have too many prisons there. If it's federal, he's arrested and gets locked up. Federal will lock up someone anywhere. It's not like the state where you'd be, at least in the state. Federal can be any state. So yeah. And what I've seen from those shows is that the mom always has to drive like really far to see the kids in prison. So they can move you to another state, and your family has to drive to like another state to come see him. He'll be somebody's bitch in prison. Yeah, if he goes there, he's probably gonna have to be. I think there's people better con artists than him behind bars, so he's gonna have his work cut out for him. He's gonna meet his match. It's gonna be hard for him to grift off other. Exactly, Aquatech. Good to see you. Yeah, you already got a bunch of people that are cons, professionals behind bars. Yeah, lipstick can make colors and M&M coatings. Find new business for fun. Yeah, I heard they use Kool-Aid for lipstick. Anyway, yeah, Eric's pay apps. No, it was Eric's pay apps that Dwayne was sharing. Oh, and that probably didn't even go into the Whitaker Fund, did it? Random question. Did anyone believe that Patrick trashed the Airbnb, or did Eric and his buddy do it to make the videos? Tammy, I think that Eric might have staged that because Patrick had been gone a day and a half from Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Saturday, and they went there Sunday afternoon. They had all the time in the world to do stage it, you know what I mean? So anyway, all right, I should probably get off of here, guys. I'm at 14%. Battery is running out, and I'm all right. Yeah, half asleep here. Yeah, I keep losing connections, so I'm off too. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming in. We did get through his nonsense here. It looks staged too. Yeah, it looks staged. Yeah, I believe it too. Maybe when he's locked up, he'll get a tablet to do a YouTube channel. It'll be Prison Talk Today, PTT. Instead of DTT, it'll be PTT. Hopefully they'll spell the name of the channel right. You reminded me, yeah, the Vern victim didn't get any of it, and I believe it was said he got a Corvette also donated. Wow. All right, not monkeys. Yeah, I will see you tomorrow night. Also consider Patrick had the Whitakers there for the cookout and lots of that's right. And that was and they had obviously had Eric's blessing for that. Yeah, I had remember that Airbnb was supposed to be rented for the Whitakers, but before they could even move their stuff into there, it was Eric and his buddies and Timmy. Just got here and you're leaving? Yes. My battery is about to die. And yeah, and I'm gonna wrap it up. But sorry, Sarah. I hate to do that to you. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off because my battery's draining fast and you need to get a good charger. You too, James. You sleep well. Everybody sleep well. Yeah, and thanks for coming in. I appreciate everybody's comments. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for being here. The comments. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for everything, you guys. It wouldn't be the same without you. All right, cool. Your battery's going dead? Yep, mine too. Anyway, all right, guys. Thanks for coming. See you tomorrow night, and peace.